Welcome to another episode of Project Limo. Today we have Jevonne Smith Pollard of Carte Blanche Limousine, and we're going to share with you guys some insights from a woman perspective. So let's get Jevonne involved, and we'll get ready to start this episode. All right, here we are, Jevonne. Welcome. Welcome to the Project Limo show.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's a pleasure. So, please tell the audience a little bit about Carte Blanche Concierge. What makes it special? Why did you choose that name? And I noticed that you went a little bit different from making it like Carte Blanche Transportation, Carte Blanche Limousine. You made it concierge. So,
originally got started back in 2006 and service, right?
Okay.
And the name was Grocery Cart Express. And we were doing good out here in the little area. We're in Beaumont, Texas, about an hour and 15 minutes east of Houston. We were doing good. The business was growing, but clients were wanting us to do more things than just grocery shopping. They were wanting us to pick up their dry cleaning and house sit and pet sit and all that stuff. So I was trying to figure out a name that would say that, but still had, an element to the original name of Grocery Cart Express.
Oh.
So I looked up errands and stuff like that, and I said, I don't like the sound of errands. I want something a little bit fancier, of course, right? Yeah. So I went with concierge. I went and looked up stuff that was synonymous to errands, and concierge was there. So I was like, all right, cool. And then I was like, how can we incorporate the name some kind of way? And we found Carte Blanche, right? So I'm like, okay, Carte Blanche, Grocery Cart Express. That works.
Sounds fancy.
So we morphed into Carte Blanche Concierge.
Yes.
So in 2011, we had an opportunity to take care of a VIP that was coming in the area. We did their rider. The VIP at this point, everybody knows him as Tyrese Gibson. He was out here doing a concert.
Oh, yeah?
And he wanted somebody to do the catering, the shopping, like everything, the transportation, everything. And so we were like the only act in town that could do it. So the promoter reached out to us and we took care of it. And it was our first time doing car service, which we learned real quick was a pretty lucrative type of deal, right? So we took care of the rider. We took care of Tyrese and his people. And we actually ended up getting another opportunity on the back end to take him to his next destination, which was Biloxi, Mississippi.
Okay.
And so we took him out there in a couple of our Escalades, and we kind of looked back at the numbers over the year and looked and saw what our most profitable individual sales were.
Yeah. And
we couldn't really deny the car service part. So in 2011, 2012, we were like, okay, let's look into this car service deal a little bit more. But we still wanted to be able to offer errands and concierge type services to our clients. So 2013, the end of 2013, we got our first nice little sedan. And
what type of sedan?
The rest, as they say, is history, I guess.
What type of sedan did you start out with?
We started out with a black on black Chrysler 300.
Okay. I've seen those very comfortable vehicles.
Oh man, I'm telling you right now, the price point as far as profitability when you're just doing like airport transfers and stuff like that, which was our main business at the time in 2013, 2014. The cost to operate them is it's awesome. It was really awesome. So it worked out for us a whole lot.
Well, you said a couple of things that I like. You identify what your most profitable services are, and you capitalize on that, and that's key. I mean, when you're running a business, you need to know your numbers. I mean,
sure.
No matter what type of business you're in, you definitely need to know your numbers. So, what type of equipment are you guys running now for affiliates that are looking for?
Right now we have Cadillac Escalades. We still have the 13, 14 year style.
Okay.
We haven't transitioned to the new ones just yet. And then we have the new Cadillac XTS sedans.
Okay.
And we just got a stretch limo, 2013 Chrysler 300, white exterior, black interior. And we're doing really good with that with weddings. And we have a Sprinter. We have a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, but it's not in circulation just yet. It's getting some work done to her. But right now we're just rocking with the Cadillac brand for the most part.
I noticed you said her. I mean, do you name your vehicles? Is that what you're doing?
I want to so bad because that's just kind of my personality, but I'm trying to keep it, professional. But I mean, I have names for my cars, but we don't call them names, no.
Okay. That's awesome. Once again, David Tash for the Luxury Ride. We're here with Jevonne Smith Pollard, the Carte Blanche Concierge. So Jevonne, tell the people something about yourself that they probably don't know.
Something about me they don't know. I'm a cop, so my day job.
Oh man, I don't think I can do this show anymore. I gotta go.
There you go. Yeah, my day job, I'm a police officer. So
That's awesome.
A lot of people don't know that about me, but I think that gave me a unique kind of vantage point with doing this business. I wanted to make sure that we were above the board and that we were offering a great service to our clients, and we had a high standard and all those type of things.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, you're serving the community and now you're in the service business, so I mean, the two tie in very well together.
And I know the importance of getting to your destination safely. I've seen enough DWI accidents where I understand how important it is for our clients to think ahead, get a reservation, or get a car. That way, if you're going to go out and party and have a good time, you'll be safe. So from that vantage point, I make sure that we convey that to our clients when they're looking, especially during the times we were doing New Year's Eve and birthday celebrations and things like that. We want to make sure that we're just keeping our clients extra safe.
Now I have to ask, do you feel that women in the limousine industry have the same equal playing field as men do? From your experience?
Of course, for me, I've always been like the only girl in the all men's locker room being a female police officer. So for me, it wasn't a big deal. But what I have found out is we have a lot of female clients, and they love the idea of, we have 3 part-time drivers, 2 of which are women, and then myself. So they love the idea that most of the time they'll get a female driver. They're a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more relaxed, especially when we have those early morning transfers or those late night transfers. They feel a little bit more settled. Is it difficult? Sure. It's for the most part, it's a male-dominated industry. However, you can look at almost all the industries that are male-dominated industries, and women are making strides and breaking the glass ceilings and and just doing their things. So I think you'll see an evolution continue. That's already when I look in the chat groups, there's a lot of women that are like owners or presidents or whatever running those groups in the limo chat group. So I think it's evolving. I really do.
Fantastic answer. And just want to touch on one of the things that you said is the early morning trips and the late night trips, and that's so important, like making your customers and clients feel comfortable. I know one of the things that we do is we have the notification with the chauffeur profile, and I remember one of the clients called me up in the office and said they love that we did that because she can send it over to her husband, and her husband sees who's picking her up, so it gives him like a little peace of mind.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that goes a long way. We have one client similar to that situation. I guess I don't know who she's ridden with in the past, but she rode with us one time and she left her husband on speakerphone the whole time. But then after that, when we switched her to a female chauffeur, she didn't have to leave her husband on speakerphone. She felt a whole lot more comfortable. So it's advantageous. I mean, to me, it just makes sense to have your drivers reflect your clientele as much as you possibly can, as far as look and feel and all that stuff. It just improves the experience, I believe.
No, absolutely. Now, you've been in the business for a while, but as far as the limousine business, it's I believe you said 2011.
Well, we had that job in 2011, 2012, but we didn't really get into the business until 2013. And then we really didn't, I would say, understand the business until last year when we started reaching out to affiliates and looking in the chat groups and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I think 2016 was probably a learning year for us, and we're still trying to figure it out because the stuff that I thought I knew about the business in 2013 and 14, I'd have no idea. I was off base until last year when I started actually seeing and learning and mixing it up with people like yourself and the limo group and all those groups and understanding the ins and outs of it. So I'd say about 13, 14 we started.
Well, being fairly new in the industry, how does Uber and the emergence of all these TNCs affect the way that you're structuring your company?
Yeah, so for us, we've lost 90% of our local airport runs to Uber. And we're losing right now about 60-70% of our airport runs to Houston to Uber. They just started doing Uber to Houston. So for us, what we're having to learn to do is to raise our level of service, and we're streamlining our service, right? We're pivoting a little bit, and we're coming up with ways for us to go to an avenue of car service and limousine service where Uber is not, and where Uber will not be for many, many years. And so that's what we're working on right now, is making sure that we're not competing with Uber, because we can't compete with Uber, but we want to go to an area where Uber is not there and they're not going to affect us, and that we can still provide luxury transportation, but going where the industry is going to. And I think everybody's talking about it: group transportation, group travel. People are wanting to do experiences with their friends and family together, and they're wanting to do those experiences from the time that they get in the car to the time they get in the concert, then back in the vehicle. They want all of it together all the time. So that's what we're working on.
No, absolutely. I mean, I remember the first time I went to an LCT Vegas show, and the floor room was nothing but limousines, sedans, SUVs, a couple specialty vehicles. Now when you go there, it's specialty vehicles and a couple sedans and a couple SUVs,
right.
you know? They totally did a 180 and flip-flop.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think you have to either offer a level of service that Uber just cannot match, and have price accordingly, or you need to be in a space where Uber isn't, where it's more of the systems you have in place, the personnel, the planning, the organization, and that's something that an app just can never really deliver on, the personal touch.
Right.
Yeah. So Jevonne, thank you so much for being on with us. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me. This was fun. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
And we'll see you again shortly.
Sure, I love that. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate it.
And just one more time, let the audience know, what markets do you service, and how can they get in touch with you if they need help?
Sure. So we are an hour and 15 minutes east of Houston, in Beaumont, Texas. Yeah. And we service Port Arthur, Texas, Orange, Texas, Beaumont, Texas, Port Neches, Texas, Winnie, Texas, some of Liberty, Texas. And we do some stuff in Louisiana. They can reach us at our website, www.cbcluxe.com.
Awesome. So guys, this has been Project Limo. Again, this is a show for everyone in the industry. Chime in, PM me, IM me, call me if you want to be on the show, and give everyone give a voice and a face to your company.